Hello, Bessies. Welcome back. And today we're doing another $5 dinner video. A lot of people say it's really hard nowadays because of inflation to come up with meals for around $5. But I've been inspired to show you that it's still possible. It is still very much possible. And all the meals I'm showing you today are around $5. Nothing is over $6. And it's all delicious, filling, and really easy. Every one of these. I'm not going to babble your heads off today. Babbling Brooke over here, you know. I get on it sometimes. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and show you the meals. Let's go. Our first $5 dinner is chicken squash pasta. So what I did to make it affordable, we got canned chicken. These were $1.26 each. I got 2 packages of the pasta Roni, garlic and olive oil. I can't talk, y'all. It's an issue anyways. Garlic and olive oil vermicelli. I got 2 of those. They were $1.28 each. Now this next part is based on weight. In order to make it fit around $5, I had to look for some that was in the right weight. So if you go to get this at the store, make sure, if you want to keep it around $5, make sure to check the weight. But this little zucchini was 53 cents. And this Roma tomato was 22 cents. Bringing today's total to $5.83 total for dinner. I want to add some olive oil to my skillet. I want to add the drained canned chicken. Want to season it up with some pepper, a couple pinches of salt. Common pantry items, garlic powder, onion powder, a little paprika for color. I want to start sauteing this up, and while this is sauteing up, I'm going to chop up my veg. Taps off. Normally I like to hull out the center of the zucchini so it doesn't make it slimy, but this is a very small zucchini, so it's not matured in the seed area, so I won't have to do that with this one. Okay, there we go. Zucchini is chopped. I'm going to do the same thing with the tomato. The tomato is going to give it a little bit of a twangy flavor from the tomato and a little pop of color. All right, we have all the veg chopped. This is a pretty good sized skillet. I'm pretty sure it's 14 inches. 12 or 14. I'm pretty sure it's 14. Go ahead and add the veg. I'm going to put another pinch of salt in here to account for the tomato and zucchini. I say this almost every video, but I say it because I mean it with all my heart. If you let all of your food that you cook get a little bit of a char on it, like a little crust, it adds so much flavor. And when you add liquid to that, like we're going to add liquid because of the Roni, it's going to deglaze it and it just adds flavor. So it's like free flavor for your food. The back of the Passerone box says, if you can see that, butter. But this is garlic and olive oil flavor. I'm not using butter. I want to use olive oil. So instead of 2 tablespoons of butter, I'm putting 2 tablespoons of olive oil per box of Roni that I'm using. I need 3.5 cups of water. The seasoning packet from each box. Mix that up real good. Pasta from both boxes. I love these little boxes like this, the Roni, the Passerone, because you can create your own dish with just a little help. And it really helps save on the grocery budget. I'm telling you it does. A lot of people say boxed foods, oh my gosh, you shouldn't do boxed foods. You should make everything from scratch. Well, when you're on a budget, you got to do what you got to do, and this really helps keep that meal cost down. This is $5.83 for this, and this is going to be delicious, y'all. I'm going to bring this to a simmer and cover it, and we'll come back when she's done. I believe she's done. Just let it simmer with the lid on until all the liquid has been absorbed. And the steam keeps getting in front of the camera. I'm sorry. It's all plated up and it smells delicious, looks delicious. Let's see if it is. Ryder's gonna give it a go today. Tell us what you think, baby.
That is quite delicious. It is very good.
Thanks. Our next $5 dinner is kind of different. First off, I got some hamburger buns and I got some cheese. This is Dusty's favorite cheese lately. So this costs $1.35. These were $1.32. And we're going to make inside-out grilled cheeses. If you've never did an inside-out grilled cheese with hamburger buns instead of loaf bread, you're missing out. It's superior. I don't know why, but it is. I also got some vine tomatoes. I got 5 of them. They were by the pound. Now, when you're doing this recipe, like I said at the other $5 dinner, when it's weighted items, you got to make sure that it will stay in the $5 range if you're wanting to do this recipe. So just keep weighing until you get where you want. I got a bulk garlic bulb. This cost me 12 cents. And I got a little tiny onion for flavor. This cost me 30 cents. Now these, I got 5 tomatoes. These cost me a total of $2.07. My total came out to $5.16 for this. I'm going to be using some of the chicken bouillon powder to make a chicken broth. And we're going to have homemade tomato soup in the crock pot. Just simple, easy tomato soup. And grilled cheesies. Directly to my little crock pot, I'm going to just start quartering up my tomatoes. Washed tomatoes. Someone asked me the other day, don't you wash your produce? Yeah, I do. I just don't show that because that's really boring. Why would I show that? But yes, they are washed. Just going to quarter them up like this. My 4th tomato. There we go. all 5 tomatoes. I'm going to do the same thing with my onion. Garlic. I put that entire bulb of garlic in here, and I'm going to put some salt. Probably a tablespoon of salt. Big pinch of pepper. I'm going to put a big old shake of basil in here. And I'm going to put 2 cups of water in here. And instead of just plain chicken bouillon powder, I'm going to use some of the tomato chicken bouillon powder. Give it a little oomph. This stuff is amazing. All right, that's all I'm going to do this. I'm going to cook this on high for 4 hours. Let her go. It has cooked for 4 hours. I want to take my immersion blender to this. There she is. This is the consistency that we like. If you like yours a bit thicker, maybe leave the lid off for the last hour. But this is perfection to us. Also, if you have heavy cream, half and half for milk, and you want to put into it, go right ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start the grilled cheesies. Inside out, of course. You got to have double cheese, grilled cheese with tomato soup. For dinner tonight, around $5, we have 8 double cheese grilled cheeses and a big crock pot of homemade tomato soup. Well, this is what she looks like. Ooh, that's nice. Double cheese. Oh, yeah. How are we feeling? Now taste the soup.
It's so good. That's good.
You okay? You okay? For our third $5 dinner, we're going to be making beef stroganoff. Pasta. This cost me 98 cents at Ingles. You can get it for 98 cents. I think they even have some on sale for 88 cents at Walmart right now. Yeah. 8 ounces of sour cream. This was $1. Cream of mushroom soup, 68 cents. Ground turkey. This was $2.58. And last but not least, brown gravy mix. This was 48 cents. $5.72. You're going to need a couple of pantry items. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, and maybe a little bit of milk. But it's not necessary for milk. You can do it with water if you want. First thing I'm going to do is start cooking up my pasta. And of course, this is beef stroganoff because I'm using ground turkey. Let's go ahead and start cooking this ground turkey up. Maybe. I'm going to go ahead and put some salt and pepper, garlic powder, some onion powder. Oops, it's a big old clump. It's okay. once your ground turkey is done, what I did here, I put a cup of milk. If you don't have milk, you can use water. And I put the brown gravy mix in it. I'm just gonna mix that up real good. Put that in here. The 8 ounces of sour cream. And the cream of mushroom soup. If it gets too thick for your liking, you can add a little bit more water or milk, either one. I want to add a little bit more salt and pepper to suffice for the sour cream and milk that I put in here. 2 pinches of salt, 2 pinches of pepper. Salt and pepper to taste. Now this is our sauce. When the pasta's done, we're going to add them together. And then it's finished. Easy peasy. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off of this. Cast iron stays hot for a lot longer than other pans, so I don't want it to burn. Ooh, I think this is the perfect consistency. We'll be back when the pasta's done. Alrighty. Pasta's done. Let's go ahead and add it. If you have it in your budget to add an onion to this and saute it up with the meat, go right ahead. But I'm telling you, doing it like this is amazing. Alright? It's so creamy. Look at the pasta to sauce and meat ratio. It is fantastic. It's perfect. It's not lacking at all. This took about 20 minutes and only cost $5.72. Does that not look awesome? And it made a ton, y'all. An absolute ton. Let us know how the pasta is.
That's pretty good.
I know. He passed out, y'all. Was it good? Is it busting?
I don't know about busting, but it's good.
Alrighty, besties, this is the last $5 dinner for this video. We have a bag of real bacon pieces. And a lady in my comments said something the other day that I was like, you know what? You are a genius, ma'am. She said that she likes to fry these up before she uses them to make them a little crispy because they're not really super crispy in the bag. So if you would like to do that, that is a great idea. Gonna need a jumbo biscuits. I said that funny. A can of jumbo biscuits. 6 eggs. 6 eggs at my Walmart are 70 cents. I'll put it here. This is $1.70. These biscuits are $1.78. And this peppered gravy mix that you're going to need is 98 cents. Bringing my total to $5.16. And if you have some cheese in your budget, you have some in your fridge, you can use that as well and sprinkle it on top. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and make this pepper gravy mix just like the back of the package says. And then we'll put the casserole together. I have my water going to a boil and I have my gravy mixed up with the water that it said to mix it up with. So let's get the gravy going. While that gravy is getting ready to come to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and prepare everything else. Woo! Every time. First thing I'm going to do is spray my casserole dish with some oil so it don't stick. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up my biscuits. I'm cutting one biscuit up into 6 pieces. I'm just going to toss them in the casserole dish. all of my biscuits cut up. All right, I have my 6 eggs in a bowl, and I'm just going to put some salt and pepper in here. If you want more fluffy eggs or you want to stretch your eggs a little more, you can add some water or milk, but I'm just doing the 6 eggs. I'm just going to pour my 6 eggs over top of the biscuits. Make sure it's kind of even because I didn't do that evenly enough, but it's fine. I'm going to take half of my bag of bacon pieces and sprinkle. My gravy's done, and I'm just going to pour my gravy over top. The rest of that bacon goes on top. Now, like I said, if you want cheese, you can add cheese to this. Cheese is good too. But I think this is just enough. Make sure your oven is preheated to 350, and you're going to bake this until those biscuits are done. About 20-25 minutes. And there she is. All done. She cooked for 25 minutes. And it smells banging. Beautiful. How we feeling?
Mmm. I got bussin'. Oh, crap.
See? I told you that it's still possible. And if you try any of these recipes I just showed you, I hope you love them. And don't forget to make it your own. Adjust them to fit your family's needs. If you want to use something else besides bacon, use something else. Just make it your own. Don't be afraid to experiment a little bit in the kitchen. Don't forget to go follow me on the Instagram, my new Facebook page. It is different than the group. The group is still there and it's still going strong. If you have not joined the Facebook group yet, go ahead and join it. It's full of a bunch of amazing, super awesome people, and it's a place for everybody to talk about things like frugality and how to make do on little budgets, and just everybody there is just amazing. I love you guys, and remember, as always, be positive, kind, be happy, let others be happy, and enjoy your life. I love you. I'll see you later, taters. Bye.